Yeah, hi, my name is Doug Jacobson. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Jacobson, Burton, Kelly in Washington, D.C. I am pleased to be one of the co-hosts and moderators of the AWA annual US Export Control Update, which is held in Frankfurt at the end of January of 2019. This program has been ongoing. It's a tradition that's been ongoing for many years, and we look forward to welcoming you to the program in January. The program is really one of the best programs that I have attended. I attended many of these programs. I participate in many programs by many very, very good sponsors around the world. But this program is particularly interesting because it really is bringing the an update of the US export control system to Europe, and specifically Frankfurt. And the program is really intended for European companies, companies who have sister companies and daughter companies in Europe, or subsidiaries, and the focus really is on re-export controls, on how US sanctions and export controls, both in the defense sector and in the commercial sector, impact German and other European-based companies. So the program is quite in-depth. It's quite comprehensive. It covers 2 days. The first day really focuses on military exports, not just ITAR anymore, but also the military aspects of the export administration regulations as a result of export control reform. And so we'll talk about, of course, the latest updates to the ITAR during the past 12 months, as well as other practical issues impacting companies in Europe who are dealing with defense-related goods and technologies. So we'll also talk about some of the changes to US law. We'll talk about some updates in terms of IT and other related hot topics. We'll talk about defense trade licensing. And really the big benefit is that we will have speakers from the State Department's Directorate of Defense Trade Controls be joining us. So you'll hear from practitioners, but you also hear from State Department senior officials as well. And that's really a benefit because not only will you have the opportunity to ask your questions, you will also have the opportunity to meet with them during the breaks and during the evening programs as well. So that's the first day. The second day is non-defense related items, the export controls and sanctions as it relates to so-called dual use or non-defense controlled items. The second day, again, is quite in-depth. We'll talk of the main topics we will focus on are US sanctions, changes to US sanctions laws, and there will be an extensive discussion of the impact of the US withdrawal from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or the Iran nuclear deal, and the impact on European companies as that has played out starting from November 4th of this year. And so this is a good opportunity to hear from practitioners, to hear from your colleagues, as well as to hear from, we'll have at least one speaker from the Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, who will be joining us in January of next year. We will also be talking about the latest updates in Russia sanctions, which has been on many companies' minds over the last few months and years. And then we will also talk about other changes to US law relating to the export administration regulations and to the US legal system, including the Export Control Reform Act of 2018 and updates to the export administration regulations that have occurred during the past 12 months. We will also talk about another important topic in terms of foreign investment into the United States. We will talk about the changes to the US CFIUS process by a new law known as the FIRMA law, the Foreign Investment Risk Review Modernization Act of 2018. We will talk about that because that's an important issue for many European companies as well. And we will also talk about the latest in terms of sanctions enforcement as well as export control enforcement. And we will have some case studies, including a case study on the ZTE case, which was in the news quite a bit earlier this year. So we look forward to for you to join us in Frankfurt in January of 2019. And if you have any questions, certainly contact the AWA staff and they will assist you with registration, and they will assist you with any questions you may have. So we look forward to seeing you in Frankfurt.